On the evening of December 13th, 2024, a village near Kanpur, India, buzzed with excitement. A family prepared for a wedding in a neighboring village, laughter and joy filling their home. But amidst the preparations, their 17-year-old daughter, a diligent 12th grade student, refused to attend. Despite repeated pleas, she stood firm, choosing to stay behind. Reluctantly, the family left her at home, placing a 5-year-old relative in her care for the night. As they departed into the frigid winter evening, the house fell silent, a stillness that would soon shroud the village in an ominous shadow. On the evening of December 13th, 2024, a village near Kanpur, India, buzzed with excitement. A family prepared for a wedding in a neighboring village, laughter and joy filling their home. But amidst the preparations, their 17-year-old daughter, a diligent 12th grade student, refused to attend. Despite repeated pleas, she stood firm, choosing to stay behind. Reluctantly, the family left her at home, placing a 5-year-old relative in her care for the night. As they departed into the frigid winter evening, the house fell silent, a stillness that would soon shroud the village in an ominous shadow. The next morning, December 14, around 8 a.m., the family returned home, expecting to be greeted by the familiar warmth of their household. Instead, unease gripped them as they approached. The front door was locked from the inside, and their daughter wasn't answering their knocks or calls. Their growing unease turned to panic as minutes passed with no response. Desperation overtook them, and they broke the door down. What they found inside shattered their world. Their daughter lay lifeless on her bed, her face pale and devoid of life. The most chilling detail, she was completely unclothed. Paralyzed by shock and grief, the family could barely process the scene. The women of the household confirmed their worst fear. Her body was cold, rigid, and devoid of breath. Their anguished cries echoed through the village, drawing neighbors to the scene. Hours earlier, the girl had been full of life. What could have happened during the night? The villagers stood in stunned silence, grappling with questions that seemed to have no answers. A neighbor quickly called the police. Kanpur police arrived swiftly, determined to uncover the truth. Initial inquiries revealed that the girl had been well the evening before, last seen around 7 p.m. The 5-year-old relative, now a vital witness, reported that everything had seemed normal before she fell asleep. But as the forensic team combed through the scene, the sense of normalcy unraveled. Every detail was scrutinized, every corner examined. While there were no signs of forced entry or visible injuries on the girl's body, the circumstances pointed to something far darker. The state of her room and her condition hinted at foul play, though the details were shrouded in uncertainty. The once lively household had transformed into a crime scene, and the mystery deepened with every passing moment. The haunting question lingered. What unspeakable events transpired in the dead of night, and who was responsible? As the investigation unfolded, the police began collecting evidence from the room while simultaneously questioning neighbors and probing into the family's history. Their inquiries revealed no major disputes or enmities that might hint at a motive. The initial findings left more questions than answers. The forensic team's preliminary examination provided crucial insights. They confirmed there were no signs of forced entry, no injury marks, and no evidence of physical coercion. This ruled out a violent struggle, but what they found next deepened the mystery. Among the items recovered in the room were packets of potency-enhancing pills, commonly associated with increased stamina and sexual activity. Wrappers from these pills, along with safety gear typically used for intimate purposes, were scattered around the scene. These discoveries hinted at a troubling angle, the possibility of a consensual encounter or one cloaked in deception. With these findings, the police shifted their focus, suspecting that the person involved might have been someone the girl trusted, a friend, an acquaintance, or someone from her close circle. The body was promptly sent for a post-mortem to uncover the truth. The post-mortem report confirmed a critical detail. Before her death, the girl had engaged in sexual activity. This revelation added a chilling layer to the case. The investigation now centered on identifying who had been with her that night and determining the sequence of events that led to her untimely demise. With each piece of evidence, the case grew more complex. The quiet village became the backdrop to a harrowing mystery, with the police racing against time to unravel the truth behind the girl's tragic end.
the police made a significant breakthrough when they retrieved the call data record of the girl's mobile number. Among the list of calls, one stood out. A conversation that took place at 7 p.m. on December 13, 2024, just hours before her tragic death. The call was traced to a number belonging to a boy named Kuldeep, who lived in Nevada Village, 20 kilometers away from the scene. Without wasting any time, the police arrested Kuldeep. Though no immediate evidence tied him to the crime, his proximity to the victim in her final hours made him a key suspect. During an intense interrogation, Kuldeep's initial responses raised suspicions, and under pressure he finally confessed. What he revealed unraveled the mystery surrounding the girl's death. Kuldeep told the police that he and the girl had been friends for the past 3 to 4 months. Their bond had deepened into a romantic relationship, but they kept it hidden. On December 13th, the girl had informed him that her family would be attending a wedding that evening, leaving her alone at home with a sleeping 5-year-old relative. Seizing the rare opportunity to meet in private, she invited him over. Determined to see her, Kuldeep walked the 20 kilometers from his village to hers, arriving at her house around 8 p.m. Inside the house, the 17-year-old girl awaited him while her young relative was already asleep in another room. What happened next would hold the key to the investigation. As Kuldeep recounted the events, the police began piecing together the timeline of that fateful night. Was it a moment of intimacy gone wrong, a tragic accident, or was there a more sinister twist to the story? Kuldeep's confession marked a turning point in the case, shedding light on the girl's secret life and bringing the investigation closer to uncovering the truth. But even as answers emerged, more questions lingered. What led to her death? Was it truly accidental, or was Kuldeep hiding a darker truth? The case, now with its first breakthrough, continued to unravel, leaving the quiet village grappling with the chilling reality of what had transpired in the dead of night. Now after that, this boy has a physical relationship with his girlfriend, but here, before having a physical relationship, he uses some potency-enhancing pills, and due to them, his blood circulation increases and age also does not increase. And because of lack of education, he has a very brutal sexual relationship with his girlfriend, due to which she was feeling cold, and she also got some other internal injuries. And because it is winter season and this girl did not have a single piece of clothing on her body, her boyfriend told that from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. he did not let his girlfriend wear a single piece of clothing. This sounds very strange, but this is the truth, and due to this, the girl died due to cold, and also due to having a brutal relationship at around 3:30 a.m., although this boy had tried to keep her body warm by lighting a stove, but he was unsuccessful, and around 3:30 p.m., when he felt that the situation was out of control, he ran away from there now. If we see here, this girl was 17 years old, that is, she was a minor, and this boy, Kuldeep, has been arrested and charged with rape under the Act. And it is possible that he may have to spend the rest of his life in jail. Now, what can we learn from this case? One is that due to lack of education or lack of sexual education, many such crimes are seen these days along with this. It is a big advice for parents and family members that if you have a young daughter in your house, then you should avoid leaving her alone, because today's time is not such that you can leave your daughter alone without any care. Can't they leave their sisters and daughters alone in their house? Now this boy has been arrested, the case has been solved, and all the things he said have been proved in the post-mortem report. He may have to spend the rest of his life in jail, and this day of December 13th and 14th will be remembered by him all his life. So what did you people learn from this story? Do tell us in the comments and subscribe to our channel to watch such videos.